Christmas, Happy New Year. Wish you could have been here. There we were. Feeling good. I'm here at Wonders of Wildlife Museum in Springfield, Missouri. Well, I've walked through this place several times and dreamed just like you all dream of someday killing a 200-inch whitetail. And I did that this year down at my nephew's place in Texas in Freer, when we went down with the Victor boys and we made a lot of memories. I made special memories with that particular buck. So welcome to another Bob Folkrod's hunting adventure, and dream with the best of us at Wonders of Wildlife. Making memories now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, down in Texas. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to all. From Santa.
Victor Chevrolet, Bass Pro Shops, and Alamocitos Ranch present Bob Folkrod's Hunting Adventures. Seven continents, 80 species, a 5-year quest in the making, high adventure, dangerous game, real-world training tips. This is Bob Folkrod's Hunting Adventures.
My name is Kevin Renna. I'm the Chevrolet sales manager here at Victor Chevrolet. I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Bob Folkrod has been traveling to the Lone Star State to hunt big whitetails for almost as long as he can remember. The last several years, he spent a couple of weeks hunting and guiding at his nephew Jim Folkrod's place just after Thanksgiving. The L.J. Blessings Ranch is 1,000 acres of woolly South Texas brush country at its finest. In last week's show, Bob had a very close encounter with a giant buck. We recapped that hunt, and Bob offers some knowledge on broadheads. This buck really has everything you can ask for in a megabuck. He's got height, width, mass, stickers, and a dark chocolate rack. Jim thinks he might just eclipse the magical mark of 200 inches. He gives his Uncle Bob the green light on him. Now Bob just has to keep his nerves under control and not look at those horns too closely. Everything happens for a reason in this life, and when one door closes, another one opens. Bob can't get the shot he's looking for on this giant, and it's killing him. The monster buck finally walks out of sight without giving Bob the shot he wanted. He didn't want to take a marginal shot on a buck of this caliber. Finally, the buck slips back in from the side of the blind and decides to wet his hocks and have a look around for any prospective ladies. It's just the opportunity Bob has been waiting on, and he makes it count.
I didn't think you'd ever give me the shot. Oh my jeez. He came in, went around and around. Just wouldn't give me the shot. Just like God, just for that. I don't think that deer's going for her. I see that lighted dot, close your eye and skip and boom. Not that I'm trying to push broadheads onto him. That was the old satellite Titan that I used to use. That thing didn't even slow down. I think the only reason I'm going to find that arrow is because it's still got a lighted knock onto it. I talked about the old satellite Titans. They kind of, I don't know what they didn't stay up with the times. I can make them fly, and I still got enough to last me a lifetime. But the reason I use them is, see that blind right there? That's the blind. And right here is the buck. Right there. He dropped dead in less than 35 yards. Well, that's a buck right there. Yeah. For you guys that say that broadheads that won't go through the shoulder, that thing never even slowed down. And that's absolutely right through the shoulder blade. Yeah. I can do that with a big hog too. We just got to fix them broadheads so they bring them back up to modern times so they fly a little bit.
Bob explains the ideal shot he's looking for when bow hunting.
I talk about aiming at that opposite shoulder, the opposite leg on the other side. That's just the shot I was looking for right there. Come out on that side. Perfect. Perfect shot. Yeah, incredible, incredible buck. The color, I mean, that's like a Saskatchewan color right there. I mean, that just that dark color onto him and everything, that just, I mean, he's got character points, he's got splits, he's got it all.
That's what we're talking about right there.
That's it, that's exactly what we're talking about.
What a bruiser of a buck, Bob. Bob Folkrot's Hunting Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors: Vortex, Kinatrek, Kufaru.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you.
For everything Chevy, you need to visit Victor Chevrolet, the place where my family and I get our vehicles. With a large selection, dedicated employees, quick service, and amazing savings, I became the biggest fan of Victor Chevrolet. If you're looking for a reliable vehicle and service, look no further than my friends at Victor Chevrolet. 7200 Pittsford Victor Road, or victorchevrolet.com. Just check and see if there's room for the Cup.
Merry Christmas from Victor Chevrolet.
The Victor group of guys are some big-time eaters. During their hunt here last year, they all talked a big game about having a cook-off this year. Bob sets the scene for his meal.
Happy holidays. And it seems like I've been put on a challenge between Victor Chevrolet from Matt and Rick and Heritage Archery from Mike and Lewis on a cook-off. I'm not exactly sure how we got into this cook-off deal, but we're gonna have homemade Caesar salad dressing. We're gonna have spaghetti with my homemade sauce. We're gonna have homemade bread. We're gonna have stuffed mushrooms. We're gonna have apple pie and ice cream. And the next day for lunch, we're gonna have some clam chowder and homemade bread. I don't even know why they're even showing up to this challenge. I mean, To me, it's not even a challenge, but I'm doing something I said I would never do, and that was to do a cooking segment on TV. Never say never.
Sounds pretty dang tasty. Not your typical South Texas fare, but tasty just the same. Never say never, Bob.
Look at that. Go ahead, look at that. Oh,
Thanks, Gary. This year and last year.
very good, Bob. Big buck.
I don't know yet. I haven't tasted it. Don't get too worked up. I hope it brings us luck. Right?
Got Bob Folkrod, my uncle. He's been coming down the last number of years. Been down here for 2 or 3 groups. People enjoy that. I enjoy that. Depending on the circumstances, then you're going to have Bob Folkrod as your guide now. Where else can you get that done? To have Bob Folkrod as your whitetail guide for a quality deer. That's not going to happen every day. So I'm fortunate to have him be willing to come down and help me out. I got to keep an eye on him. He likes killing those big deer too, you know. So if I'm not careful, he'll shoot your deer.
Show that guy that knife. Look at that. That's a pretty special knife. Uncle Bob gave him
Uncle
that
Bob
knife.
has been taking Lewis Price out in the field since he was just a youngster. And the two couldn't wait for a chance to get in the blind together on this trip. Lewis is a world-class tournament archer with many titles to his credit. He's the president of Heritage Outdoor Sports and runs the shop at Heritage Archery just down the road from the Victor Chevrolet dealership. All the guys are shooting lights out on this trip thanks to Lewis. He's been meticulous in setting up everyone's equipment before making the flight down south. This is the buck that Lou's been hoping to get a shot at. He liked him from the moment he saw the video of him in Bob's hunt.
See if we can get another arrow into him. Hang on.
The guys can't believe what just happened. Well, folks, this is proof that things can and do go wrong. Even for the best of us. The buck drops about 18 inches in an effort to escape the arrow. After a great job locating the buck, Lewis is able to put his hands on this 13-point Texas trophy.
What do you think, Louis?
Oh, he's a beauty. Took a little longer to get him than we thought, but worked out good. Definitely happy now.
It started raining after the morning hunt, and the temperature has taken a big dip, especially surprising, since the ranch is close to the Gulf of Mexico. It's hard for Lewis to show how excited he really is to have a shot at such a giant buck. But we can all understand his disappointment in not making the shot he'd have liked to. It is truly the buck of a lifetime. And as Uncle Bob always says to him, way to go, young man. Transportation for all of Bob Folkrod's hunting adventures is provided by Victor Chevrolet. Check them out at victorchevrolet.com.
Hi, I'm Paul Robusto from Victor Chevrolet, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The Traeger.
Mike tells us a little bit about his appetizer recipe.
We have venison wraps, some with jalapenos. It's a bow hunting cleanse. We have a special recipe to cleanse you out as you're in the bow blind. Some are non-cleanse without the jalapeno.
Keep them separated.
Well, isn't that always the deal? The cook never tells.
And this recipe is sponsored by
Victor Chevrolet.
There's nothing better than eating fresh venison for luck before heading to the blind for the evening hunt.
I think we're good.
No hot pepper for me.
You know, there's tongs right here, Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hope these ones aren't too hot. Andy, you gonna have some?
I'm gonna have some.
I'll start with 4.
Someone wants to shoot with a muzzle loader, and they want to shoot a crossbow, they want to shoot, compound bow, they want to shoot a cannon. If a person is proficient with a handgun, we can facilitate that as well. We don't have a bunch of that, but we put them in a bow blind, and we can make it happen normally.
Matt Indiano is one of the owners of the family-run Victor Chevrolet dealership in Victor, New York. He and Bob take a trip to the target range and make sure Matt's new hand-me-down from Uncle Tony is hitting where it's supposed to. Looks like Bob has the left and right figured out.
I think she's shooting all right.
Yeah, I think it's fine, Bob.
And Matt brings the sights down a little bit, and the big 44 mag is ready to hunt. Matt and Bob head to the blind. Bob is behind the camera this afternoon. All the guys in the Victor group this week are die-hard bow hunters at heart. And since it's legal in Texas, Matt brings his trusty bow along with his hand cannon, in case he gets a chance to put some meat in the cooler. This doe has made a nuisance of herself, running the other deer away from the feeder.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Matt puts an awesome shot on her, and she goes down within sight of the blind.
Right next to that great big green tree. Yeah.
That was a decent shot, wasn't it? That was a decent shot. I like it. I'm psyched.
You seen her go down too, didn't you?
I saw her go down.
Yeah.
Right by that green tree over there.
Excellent.
Thanks, Bob.
Now we're gonna get a big buck.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. We're making memories now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, down in Texas. Yeah. Unreal. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to all. From Santa.
Just before dark, the guys can see a nice buck coming in.
Wait him out, wait.
Bob gets a glimpse of him on camera, just as he presents Matt with a shot. Man, these two are deadly when they team up. Nice work, fellas.
He's down right there. I didn't get him on video, no, I don't think.
You done?
Yeah, he's right back of us. I didn't get it on video, though. Look right in there, I think.
Look at that. I guess that's where he is, huh? Oh, boy.
Look at that.
Don't want to point it at you, Bob.
Talk about that handgun again.
This is a 44 Magnum Blackhawk that I got from my Uncle Tony. It's a hand-me-down heirloom, family heirloom, and I just got it a couple weeks ago, and this is the first whitetail I've gotten with it. And hopefully there'll be many more.
Give the folks a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year.
Here comes the rest of the crew. Everybody was cheering.
Yeah, and a boy, Robert. Good boy, buddy. Thanks. It ain't the biggest, but this was meaningful with the.
That's a good body.
With a gun.
Adrenaline still
The
going?
adrenaline's going because you know what? Shooting that with a handgun is a whole. This ain't rifle hunting. I got to tell you that, because the rifle you figure
you got a Texas double. You shot a doe with the bow and a nice buck with the 44.
I didn't get it on video. He didn't wait for it to clear out far enough for me to get on video. Hey, I don't blame you.
That thing came in the crosshairs. I had the heart in the crosshairs, and
you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
But I got to tell you,
Man, these two are deadly when they team up. Nice work, fellas. This segment has been brought to you by the Victor Chevrolet Deal of the Week. Check them out at victorchevrolet.com. Chevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Check out my friends at Victor Chevrolet. You'll be totally satisfied. That's where I get all my vehicles.
Together is about a little kitchen table and a little elbow grease. Together is about a shelf in the back of Dad's shop. Together is about family. And it's about all the memories that lie ahead. Start your adventure with the experience, selection, and wonder you can only find at Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Merry Christmas from Victor Chevrolet.
we got some pork butts going. A little dinosaur barbecue rub on them. They've been going since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's 6:30 tonight. So we got a good smoke and a good cook on these things.
What kind of meat you got there?
This is Boston butt pork. We're gonna bring them inside and pull them apart.
I'm not sure, but that might have just picked our butts right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm on his team.
We're all on the same team, it doesn't matter.
Good stuff.
There was no clear winner of the 2017 Texas Cook-Off, but everybody in camp sure enjoyed hanging out and talking a lot of smack.
Louie, I think we did a good job on this, buddy.
Pretty good, huh, Mike?
That's really good.
I don't know.
No, I think yours was better last night.
Wow. This is really good.
Then, of course, everyone benefited from all the lip-smacking vittles in camp. One of the evenings, the guys celebrated Rick's 25th birthday around the dinner table. Bob even provided the entertainment.
What about happy birthday?
Who's the third button?
No,
not that
one.
These guys sure know how to put on a feed. And how to have a really good time.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, dear Rick. Happy birthday to you.
That was really, you guys put like a lot of effort.
Mike Price is a longtime friend to Bob Volkrod's, and the two have been teaming up to bring archers real-world training tips since the early 90s at Bob's Pennsylvania Bow School. Mike is a world-class archery coach with a fantastic business in Phelps, New York. Heritage Outdoor Sports has a full-service bow shop with anything shooters need, a great staff of knowledgeable folks, and an indoor shooting range. The Heritage Archery Academy offers expert coaching for anyone wanting to become a better shooter, whether you're a hunter or a tournament archer. Let's see if Mike can practice what he preaches at the shop. He's taking it down to the wire on the last morning of the hunt. No pressure, Mike.
What just happened?
Well, I had an okay guide this morning, and we just smoked a nice buck, nice Texas buck. Last moment of the hunt, last day, we got it done. Let's go over and see what the arrow looks like.
Did you see him?
He's laying right there.
Oh, let's go get him.
It was a wonderful morning and a good end to this hunt. Eating very hard. What do you go like? How far do you go? See, opposite shoulder. Yep. Somebody taught me that.
Hey guys, this is Matt here from Victor Chevrolet. I'm the service advisor. Want to wish all of you guys a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
For help with all of your hunt booking needs, contact J&M Safaris at jnmsafaris.com. After your successful hunt of a lifetime, contact Wes Good at canadistudio.com for the finest taxidermy in the business. Be sure to follow Bob and all his adventures at bobfolkrod.com/TV and facebook.com/bfolkrod. And don't forget to hit the like button.